I'm with your girl in the bedroom and it sound like shit.
I tried that little boy, ain't no getting up. Shorty, your horsey, I told her they my young video. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You wanna feed now. Anything under 18, just like met this from the club. She like 5'3", I think it ain't Lydia.
You know we unstoppable, man, it's impossible to stop us. We for sure on the road. Stay to myself, stay off the medium. Chillin', they gon' play with the trolls. Going 100 in the I-8, I pray to God we don't lose control. Know I'm on a paper chase, my little whip on cruise control.
I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip, that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like two. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Denver Broncos. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. They'll start with the option. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Jackson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And now off to the races down the right side. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to him. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to blow that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look right there in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quick.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
At the 40-yard line.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Kyle Hamilton. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 13 at the 37-yard line.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. But you look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and to be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? 14, if so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
9 yards to go.
Hey, come on.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
No, we changed it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action with Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now Wilson. And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Broncos nothing. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing is Wilson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
Now he's loose again. He may go.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
164 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Dobbins diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a give up the middle to Williams.
Takes it to about the 37. Here's a 2nd and 8.
37-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now it's Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused. Trying to
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 180 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play action. It's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are able to at least get one score back.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw is Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 197 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
But it's now 3rd down.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wondered how he was going to get out of this one, Brandon. We saw him painting himself into a corner, and finally he has nowhere to go but out the side of the end zone.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And this returnable for Hill. And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now they're in the hurry up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Block that.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Now he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
8 yards to go.
Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Final minute now in the third quarter. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 217 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Jackson going to keep it running right. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
It's a gain of 10 and a Raven 1st down.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And Sutton will have a Broncos 1st down up to the 47-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. A give up the middle to Dobbins. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Dobbins. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Baltimore, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.